Richester, Episode 14, Ellie's Magic Adventure, the fourth story. Dear my magic diary, I said yesterday, when I was tiny, while playing at home, I discovered the book of my destiny, right? That book was, in fact, a picture book that introduced past Nobel Prize winners to children. At the time, I thought the Nobel Prize was the most important measure of value in the world. Because when I read the biographies of the world's great people, they almost always mentioned those great people got the Nobel Prize. For example, she won the Nobel Prize twice, and her daughter also won the Nobel Prize, making it a record for one family to have 3 Nobel Prize medals. Like this. So that's it. Now that I know among the Nobel Prize fields, there is no business management, psychology, or political science, which I like the most. So I'm no longer interested. It's like that, however, when I was tiny. Oh, by the way, that day, after I told this story to Hailey, she thanks me for loving the Nobel Prize that much. Come to think of it, Hailey said her grandparents were from Sweden. She also said she wants to go back and live in Sweden someday. And when I told her that I liked psychology, Hailey's eyes suddenly lit up, and she said, I love psychology too, in a low, whispering voice, as if she was confessing her love. That's good. Somehow, that day, I had a strong feeling that I would become as close to Hailey as Marian. So I was very happy. If our interests are similar, it means we have something in common. Isn't that right, my dear Magic Diary? Oh, anyway, so we are talking about the book of my destiny. When I was little, a picture book about Nobel Prize winners. Right? I was so shocked that day after reading the book. I started crying and screaming. This book is bad. I hate this book. This book is so bad. I cried so hard and made a fuss. So, at the time, my parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents had such a hard time persuading me to stop crying. Even now, they keep talking and laughing about the book. It's a book that changed our little darling Ellie's fate. Why was I so shocked, crying and making such a fuss after reading the book? It's a very childish reason. It's for a reason that I'm so embarrassed to even talk about now. So, as I started reading the book, of course, since I'm Korean, I was very curious about how many Korean Nobel laureates were there. 10, 100, 1,000? While my heart was pounding like this, I was imagining it. But just one, and that's it, the Nobel Peace Prize. Only one. There is not a single winner in the academic field. I was so shocked. Of all the Nobel Prize winners, I look up to so much. How can there not be a single Korean winner in the academic field? I was truly shocked and cried so hard that day. In the end, my parents tried to console me by saying, "Oh, it will be like this. Our little sweetheart, Ellie, can study hard and win the Nobel Prize later." That's what my parents said. Then I thought, really? There was a way. With an innocent heart, that day I immediately decided my life goal is to win the Nobel Prize. And I started studying very, very hard. Can you guess how many private tutoring academies I attended from then until I came to study here in Richester? 75. Ta-da! Here, when I said In South Korea, I'd been going to a large, comprehensive private tutoring academy with a national chain network since primary school, and I'd take classes at the academy until 10 o'clock in the evening after school. All my friends here in Richester almost fainted. They were so shocked. But then, when I said, "It's not just me, my classmates at my South Korean primary school almost all did that level. Then my friends here started reflecting. We've lived too complacently until now. The problem was, however, after going to school in Korea, where university entrance exams are held, I got angrier. Why in Korea do they force us young students to study like hell? But why did the Korean education system produce only one Nobel Prize winner? None in the academic field. Why are they unable to produce a single Nobel Prize winner in the academic field? What is the reason? There is something wrong with the system. I made my own decisions and came to hate the Korean education system so much. I am the kind of person who can't live with losing, so I risked my life to study hard and take exams as instructed at the private tutoring academies. And so I was almost always the top student at my school. But actually, deep inside, I always hated the education system. I hate this education system that can't produce even a single Nobel Prize winner. Then, one day, can you guess what happened in front of my primary school? Tomorrow, I will tell you what happened and changed my fate again. See you tomorrow then, my dear Magic Diary. À bientôt.